What's up guys, it's Drac, and this is the one that I'm most excited about. So coming in at an MSRP of 20 United States dollars, that's right, only $20, only available at Target, at least at the beginning, we have the 40 dart drum revolver that is the Dart Zone Covert Ops Magnum. Now, claiming those 80-foot ranges that this line has been touting and achieving in some of these blasters, it shows you that there will be a little bit of assembly required. You're going to have to snap this drum out and plug it into the blaster itself. On the back here, we just have showing that this is a back grip for it. It's got, I believe, slam fire and regular fire, which is excellent that it has both of those features. I wish that the Legend Fire had the choice, but that means that this is an actuating trigger, and then this is a slide. It reminds me a lot of the Mavericks controls, just with slam fire. So I guess that would be a strong arm, but very, very cool that it's octupling the capacity of some blasters on the market, like the Hammer Shot. Like, it's just an insane capacity. You could go an entire secondaries round without reloading this. If I reload my Hammer Shot 8 times in the round, you could still not have to pick up darts off of the ground, and that is where this really truly shines, is in that kind of like, geez, I'm not even sure if you can call it a pistol. It's just that massive. Anyway, let's get it out of the package, let's load it up, let's take a real look at this contender. Alrighty, so you can see that the Magnum might be the only casualty to that super damaged box in transit, in that here my barrels are dented. This one's a little bit dented, this one's a little bit more dented, and this one's actually misshapen to the degree that I am going to load a dart in it, but if it performs poorly, that's because this barrel is definitely damaged in shipping. That said, is this fully articulating? That's wild. So this comes down and around. You can really do whatever you want with it. I guess that means that as long as you're right-handed, because it only turns this way, you can keep it on your wrist as you tilt and go. So when it is primed, it does stick out the back. That's our slam fire mechanism there, so that you can, of course, do so in that fashion. Now, as far as actually getting this drum in, it appears that it is going to be permanent. Once this snaps into place all the way, these prongs are going to lock in. Now, I'm sure that you could change drums if you modified that mechanism a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that this was designed to be a one-time assembly sort of deal, and that once it's in, it's in. Otherwise, the way that they've been doing this, they would have just included 2 drums. Now, there were a lot of people who were very silly and thought that this blaster would come with 2 drums because of the way the packaging looked, with that pseudo drum piece over here and then the actual drum on the side. They thought that that would indicate that it was going to come with extras, but blaster is of course very large, not actually very heavy, particularly when you have this wrist guard out. Without the wrist guard, I can see how it would be a little bit heavier, but with the wrist guard, you can really just balance it on even one finger. Like, that's not bad at all. The balance of the blaster is decent once it has that, so I'm finally understanding why this was included, but it is a very large blaster, and there's a lot of plastic up here. So we're ratcheting through this index up here, and then that is primed and ready to fire. So 80-foot shots. Come on, one time, dealer. Yes! Excellent. The Magnum is here to play, guys. What a pistol. Oh my gosh. 40 shots. I don't even know what to do with this many shots in a secondary like this. I mean, it's definitely a pseudo-primary with this kind of capacity, but if this was a Hammer Shot, it would be empty by now, and I feel like I've just gotten started. So let's try slam firing. 5 into our box down there, and so we had one whirly bird. It doesn't seem to like slam firing as much, but angled shots are certainly achieving those 80-foot ranges, if not exceeding them. Like, up to 80 feet is definitely the correct way to put this for this blaster, because those are long-range shots. Now let's get up to our damaged barrels and see how that goes. Half the advantage of a blaster like this, well, it seems quite resilient, because it didn't seem to mind those at all. Half the advantage to buying a blaster like this with this kind of capacity reminds me a great deal of when the Stampede dropped for Hasbro, and people were buying Stampedes just to get all the darts that they came with. this comes with a ton of darts. If there's going to be a reload pack that costs somewhere between $5 and $10 for these blasters, and you could instead spend $20, get a Magnum and 40 darts, think about it. If that dart pack comes with 36 darts, that's like getting a Magnum for $10 if you were going to be purchasing a reload kit for it. But this thing is crazy sweet. It's still not out of ammo. Like, I don't even know what to make of that. I have no idea what to do with a pistol that has this much capacity in it. It does include iron sights. The blaster looks good. The handle is a little awkward because, again, with this back strap here, you're tempted to choke up on it. So I find that I'm kind of like chicken winging it in operation, but so worth it. Still, I think we finally ran it dry, fellas, but that is a ton of fun. Huge thumbs up for the Dart Zone Magnum at 20 United States dollars. I think that this is more fun than I'd have with a lot of the competing brands at that price point. I think that this is just a really cool blaster. I love revolvers. I've always loved revolvers, and giant crazy revolvers are something new and a ton of fun. Thanks for bringing this one to market, Dart Zone, and thanks to you guys for watching. If you want to pick one of these up, I'll try and find a link and put it in the description box below. If not, I hope you enjoyed this video.